Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to take a look at all of the secret rares that are coming around in Lost Abyss. And it sets out on Friday in Japan. I was lucky enough, I actually won one of the lotteries on the Japan Pokemon Center. Now, winning the lottery just gives you a chance to buy the product for MSRP, but that's not the point. I've entered a bunch of these and never won one before, so I am delighted. I am very excited about this set. There are a bunch of secret rares, so let's start off talking about the Pokemon V, because this is where the alternate arts are hidden, and come on, we all know that the alternate arts are clearly the best things about them. I can't be the only one that absolutely adores them, and I know I'm not, because I hear the feedback from you guys on a pretty regular basis, and that's lovely. So what we've got here in terms of your Pokemon V, they all get a full art. So Delphox V, you get your regular full art. That's fine. Kyurem V, you get your regular full art, and that's fine. The full arts are lovely, they're not the reason we're here. But Rotom V gives us our first alternate art. And I love this, because if you're a fan of the Pokemon brand as a whole, if you look around the artwork for this lovely Rotom, you might notice that actually there's a lot of different things there. There's a fan, as an example there. There's a washing machine. There's a mower. Yeah, all the different forms of Rotom are represented on this artwork, and I think it is absolutely lovely. This is one that I am a pretty gosh darn big fan of. Now, Aerodactyl gets itself a full art and also gets an alternate art. And this one, again, stunning. Absolutely stunning. Flying through the air, all the other Pokemon that you can see kind of down below, that lovely Tropius, as just one of many examples. This is one of those pieces of artwork where you're just like, yes. Like, these alternate arts, a lot of them are so good. I would happily take a giant print of this card, frame it, and put it on the wall of my studio, because it's that gosh darn beautiful. It is wonderful. Now, Drapion gets itself a full art, and we see that Galarian Berserker V has a full art and a special art. And this is one of those, a few of you actually commented saying how much you would enjoy having a Galarian Berserker special art. Well, wonderful, wonderful news, ladies and gentlemen. It's here. And this is another one, I quite like it. It's not quite as busy as some of the other ones, I think it's very fair to say. It's a much cleaner card in terms of there's not much to it. But look how happy he looks. Or she. Look at the shiny gold things they've gone and managed to find. Just look at the smile on his face. That alone makes me love this card. And as a side note, that's 3 of the 4 alternate arts, so by now you should all know what the last one is. It's Giratina. Now, this is the first special art we've seen from Shinji Kanda. That's a newer artist on the block, one of the newer ones around, only been doing cards for a few sets. And look, here's the deal. I'm not a huge fan of Shinji Kanda. You know, for me, it's Okacheke, Haganasuke, and to a lesser extent, artists like Kuramitsu and T-Zero I'm getting a bit of a soft spot for lately, and obviously Mitsuhiro Arita. But here's the thing. I have got friends like the lovely Brace Gaming who adore Shinji Kanda. And I remember some of the cards that I've seen over the past couple of years that are legitimately among the very best Pokemon TCG cards I've ever seen in my life. And that's what's so cool when these newer artists get given an alternate art, special art. They're not for people like myself that, appreciate the artists but don't really love them. They're for the people, like the lovely Brace Gaming, for whom this is one of the very best cards they have ever seen in their entire life. And whether you love Shinji Kanda or not, you've got to admit this is a unique card, a different card, a wonderful card, and this is awesome. Kind of lovely, right? And then, of course, that means that Pidgeot V just gets itself a full art. We were only ever going to be getting 4 alternate arts, and I've shown them to you. As a fun little side note, just like we saw in Starbirth, the other main set that we've seen recently that was a single set, not a double, there are actually 2 special arts of Pokemon that don't evolve. That's your Rotom and your Galarian Berserker. and 2 special arts of Pokemon that do, and that is your Aerodactyl and your Giratina. Yes, side note, I know there is a Rotom V-Star, but it's not in this set, it's in a different set which is coming out a couple weeks later, so that doesn't count, alright? In this set, Rotom is a Pokemon that doesn't evolve, it doesn't have a V-Star. So there's your Pokemon V. What about your Pokemon V-Star/V Max? Well, that is as we would expect. There's no real surprises. So Kyurem V Max, the only V Max in the set, gets itself a Rainbow Rare. Aerodactyl V-Star gets itself a Rainbow Rare. And you'll notice that the artwork here is exactly the same, but as I like to phrase it, rainbow-fied. Drapion V-Star gets itself a Rainbow Rare, but nothing more. And Giratina gets itself both a Rainbow Rare and a Gold version. We knew Giratina was getting a Gold version at this stage. Because look, we get 1 Gold V-Star per set since they started in Starbirth. And every single time, without exception, the Pokemon on the booster pack, or the main one on the booster pack, has got the Gold V-Star. So we knew Giratina was going to be getting the Gold V-Star. That should surprise literally nobody. And again, the Gold version is exactly the same as the Rainbow Rare and the regular. Just, Gold rather than Rainbow-fied or normal. But you know what? It's cool. And there's 3 different versions. And we know that the Gold versions are pretty popular. We know at this stage that, the most expensive cards in the set are going to include the Gold Giratina and the Alternate Art Giratina, because it's Giratina. There we go. Now, moving over into supporters, we see exactly what we would expect. So if we take Chorus's Experiment as an example, we do have ourselves a full art. We actually saw that one a couple days ago. And we got ourselves a Rainbow Rare, which is the same artwork, but rainbow-fied. Do please remember, of course, that these Rainbow Rares are generally not as popular as the full arts. And if we take a look over in Japan, as we do quite regularly at prices of these cards, you'll notice the Rainbow Rares are always quite a bit lower than the full arts. But there are 4 supporters in the set, and they all get the same treatment. So Lady comes in as an full art and a Rainbow Rare. I know a lot of people were looking forward to Lady. It's quite nice. It's alright. We got ourselves a Fortin full art, and obviously coming through with a Rainbow Rare as well. And we get ourselves a Fantina full art with a Rainbow Rare as well. Fantina's that one that lets you take 120 less damage next turn. I think it's going to be pretty gosh darn good. And this one should be fairly popular. Although for me, I think Chorus has the best artwork of any of them. And that just leaves the gold cards. Now, first of all, we've got the Gold Giratina. That's quite nice. We saw it before, I have nothing really to add, but while we're talking gold cards, kind of needs to be there. And we have a customary item card here. It is Lost Sweeper. I put my money on Mirage Gate, turned out to be Lost Sweeper. That's one that lets you put a card from your hand into the Lost Zone, and then choose a Pokemon tool or stadium in play, yours or your opponent's, and put it into the Lost Zone. It's basically a gold dustbuster if that's the kind of thing you're into. But then we finish off with Collapse Stadium, and I'm so happy, ladies and gentlemen. I am so happy. Now, I need to actually go and make an effort to pick up these gold Kato Stadiums. I do not have enough of them. But oh my word, by now I've made no secret of the fact that I think Kato does the best stadiums in the history of the Pokemon TCG. And I am absolutely over the moon that Kato is doing these gold stadiums, alright? We know that. But it's Collapse Stadium. Collapse Stadium isn't from this set. Collapse Stadium is from a while ago. So the fact that we actually get Collapse Stadium, and Collapse Stadium was Kato Stadium, I should add. But the fact that it's now coming back is wonderful. Coming back as a gold version, I am in. Of course, there is one stadium in the set. It is Lost City, and it's not drawn by Kato, it's Onishima. So the fact that we now do get a gold Kato Stadium in a set that I was not expecting a gold Kato Stadium makes me beyond happy. And I'm very, very happy. For me, this is it. This is the best thing about it. This is what I am loving. Although, to be fair, that Rotom is amazing, and that Aerodactyl is also amazing. So there's some good stuff to be had here. But now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear from you guys. Which of these cards are you looking forward to? Which of these cards are you going to be loving? And are you going to be picking up any Japanese ones? Or are you going to be waiting until they come out in Lost Origin? Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about a whole bunch of card games. And there's a lot of Pokemon talk, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of other lovely talk coming in there as well. And do please consider going and checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio. There's a lovely little community over there. We chat Pokemon. There's weekly, pretty much bonus podcasts where we go through a whole bunch of different topics. Basically, I answer questions on anything you want. And then you can get shout outs on the channel like the lovely Eric Ridgway, who is one of our Patreons over there enjoying the bonus pods and all of that good stuff. And I am now going to make sure the Patreon shoutouts happen in every video, or at least most of them. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.